All right, welcome back to this week's Protocol. I am your host, Chris the Dace Man, Dace, and we're joined by an extended panel because we all went to PAX Unplugged earlier, and now we're here to discuss the event itself here on the Weekly Protocol to give you protocols about board games as well as the PAX Unplugged coverage. Joining me this week is JEX.
Hi.
Junior. Frank Ward. And me. So again, all of us went to PAX Unplugged over in Philadelphia. That happened from December 6th to December 8th. We went on the Saturday, December 7th, checked out all the cool board games, and now we're talking Board Games Protocol. First and foremost, of the event, and this is going to be a stumper, what was your favorite board game?
Invincible one.
He had an answer.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get him.
I thought I was going to get him.
I like the way how it worked, because Jimmy started playing it, and it was pretty cool. Because you had to put these colored blocks around to get certain power-ups.
Nice. What was your favorite aspect of PAX Unplugged?
Well, I didn't play any board games, but I played Magic the Gathering.
Nice. They did way more than we did.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of PAX Unplugged?
Well, I'm glad I got my steps in for one. Like, I looked at my steps, and I was like, wow, I walked 13,000 steps today. Look at me go.
How did you get more than me?
I took the dog for a walk.
Oh,
too,
you
so,
son of a
bitch. So I did work my numbers a little bit. But no, I actually, when I found a new thing that I hate that I like, is those gaming. I really like those gaming tables. I want to get one of those gaming tables. I don't know why. I don't play enough board games at home to justify that kind of purchase, but I want a gaming table.
One with the digital screen in the center, right?
Yeah, like probably the one that costs more than my house.
Okay.
I want to put it in my house.
Okay.
So, can we start the funding for that?
We can. We'll put a link in the thing to fund Frank's purchase of a digital table.
We didn't ever get me the computer I wanted, so now we moved on to my new goal.
You got a computer, though.
Yeah, with my own money, not from like any funds that this thing brought me.
America. America. Speaking of board games, I want to go around the panel. What is your favorite board game, and why did you get into board games? We'll start with you, Jax. Or card game. Because it's both.
Tabletop games.
Tabletop games. There you go. That's what they call it. Cause
Well, I don't really have like a favorite card or board game because they're really enjoyable, but kind of like a brand that I like is Exploding Kittens.
Oh, I've played that. You've made me play that.
Yeah.
Very simple. It's easy to catch on.
Yeah, I forget the rules, but...
No, you just pretty much play a card and it tells you what to do.
Okay.
What
You
happens.
kind of
It
just
doesn't
yell
tell
at
you.
your friends over a bunch of exploding cats.
My kind of game. Anger mixed with being directed.
Yeah.
Like a submissive dom.
Did you know that they made a new one where you hit each other with foam swords? What? That sounds fun.
It was kind of like the burrito one we played.
Oh, I remember that too.
You get to throw a burrito.
So, for the record, this group is why I play board games.
To throw things
If
at
this
people.
group isn't here, I don't play board games.
There's inflatable burritos now, like actual giant.
Do they hurt more?
I hope.
So what is your favorite board game, or is this your first exposure into board games and tabletop games?
Could you technically say connect to it?
That is up my alley, so yeah, absolutely.
Connect to it because every time I play with my friends or play with my family, it's either I beat them or I lose horribly. So the game is pretty fun.
Those are the two options.
Well, yeah, it could be close. It's never close.
Okay.
It's either pure domination or pure obliteration.
Okay. What's your favorite board game? You used to be hard into board games, and then adult life happened.
Well, okay, see, adult life happened for like everybody around me, and then I just had nobody to play with because everybody else decided like move an hour and a half into the woods and stop buying this board game.
I'll buy the board games. I'm not playing them.
I could always use a financial backer.
I might have them.
But I guess the go-to board game that always a staple at board game nights and that I've been playing for a long time, and I like to pretend I'm a hipster of Catan because everybody's into it now and it's a big thing. But I bought my Catan board like 15 years ago, and I really feel like it wasn't big yet. So I'm going to take that claim.
Okay.
That I'm a Catan hipster.
Okay.
Before school.
That's fair.
But I mean, well, I'm old, so like board games were just a lot of what you played back then. Because like, yeah, you had Nintendo, but there wasn't a lot of multiplayer and stuff. Like if you wanted to play with your family or something involved,
You had to get the board
you
game.
played board games because that's what you could play. 3, 4, 5 people to entertain the family.
Yeah, which makes sense, because Nintendo was hand the controller off.
Right.
So I'm going to start a debate here, because I am not a tabletop guy. Would you consider puzzles to be tabletop games? It's a solo event. I mean, well, sometimes. You have asshole family members that walk through the house and finish the puzzle on you when you're not there. Not speaking from experience, but I am. Do you think puzzles are tabletop games? Because I'm a puzzler. I bought myself a nice little puzzle board. It's got some drawers. It spins. I can move it to different rooms and keep it away from little terrorists that are two. So, do you think puzzles are considered tabletop gaming?
Did they have those tables at the event that we were at?
I didn't check, but I would use one of those $1,000 tables for it.
It'd be up there. It counts. I mean, you have a goal to do, I guess. So you have a goal to complete, which is the staple of a game.
Gamer.
So I'll give it to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I, as a puzzler, am I a tabletop gamer?
Are you one?
Well,
You
no.
just said-
No, it's fair. I'm not a gamer in general, and for whatever reason, the past decade and a half, I've been fucking involved with games and invited to these conventions by lovely people. But it's definitely I'm the sales guy. You guys are the brain trust that have actual knowledge of board games. Catan hipster over here, Connect 4 hipster,
Recognize.
card game guru.
Game recognize.
But do you think puzzles would allow me to put a foot in the door of being a tabletop gamer?
They had them at PAX Unplugged also.
They had puzzles?
Yeah. They were at the the ones that had
Oh,
like
the
a whole
vendors?
the vendors that had a bunch of other stuff. They'd have like a puzzle section.
I probably didn't get pointed out because I buy way too many. I don't have enough space for all the puzzles I put together.
So for puzzles, are you talking about like you have to figure out how to beat the game?
No, not a puzzle game. I like
Jigsaw puzzle.
jigsaw puzzle. I get a 500-piece thing and put it together and make a picture.
You could come them.
Thank you. I like you. How about you? Am I a tabletop gamer being doing puzzles, or are you going to be the person telling me I'm an idiot?
I mean, you could do a puzzle on tabletop.
See?
Okay, well now that
She took it
everybody's
literal.
I'm just gonna have to go on the other side of I changed my mind.
That is bullshit, Frank!
Well, like are Legos tabletop games? They
Yeah.
should be together there.
They should be. It
should
comes
be
with a
around
manual.
There was a Lego game at PAX.
Okay, well, that's different. That's a specific game.
You incited a riot over on that
That's
side.
fine. We wanted this. Well, Lego has video games too, but a Lego set isn't a video game. Only
Okay.
that specific one. So they have a board game, but them in general are not a board game. That was
I mean,
grammatically correct,
you can
I'm sure.
build a board game.
If you went full, yes, but not every build is a board game. So puzzles, you're just putting shit together.
Okay. You're dick, but I
Well,
respect your dickish
Well,
opinion.
somebody had to take the stand.
I know.
Because otherwise, them out there would be doing it, and
That's fair.
it'd be like, why didn't anybody stand up for us? So I did it. You're welcome.
Yeah, you puzzle haters.
Yeah.
Probably also Nazis. It's just, that's the thing to do right now. Compare people to Hitler who don't agree with you.
That's probably true. Do you think Nazis did a lot of jigsaw puzzles? No, I doubt it.
Where puzzles even existed.
Probably. When else?
Probably banned. I think it was a Jew thing.
Oh, that would make sense.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, other board game protocols. So board game night, something you used to host-ish
Yeah,
with your
okay.
life partner.
Yeah.
Um,
I missed some stuff.
you went and got a new one. Cheater. At board game night,
I don't think I ever been there before.
I got invited to one, and then I didn't go back again.
Yeah, that one.
It's not my thing, okay?
Next time we'll set up like a kids table for you with a
Connect 4?
100-piece jigsaw puzzle,
You should. I'll talk to you from my puzzle.
or Connect 4. Either way, it'll be one of the lower ones with the little tight chair and everything.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start with you again,
Yeah.
so you can change your opinion after it goes around the table.
That's what I'm here for.
When it comes to board game night, what is the essentials? Like, what do you need to make a successful board game night? Do you just say, hey, one board game, we're fucking doing that, and you're going to eat popcorn and don't get your buttery fucking fingers on my pieces? Or
Well, yes. First, you need friends.
Okay.
For a successful board game night, there are some single-player games that you can play.
Solitaire, War, Jigsaw puzzles,
Not jigsaw puzzles.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper, but it's on a computer.
Well, do they?
Do they have a Minesweeper game?
I don't know how
Whoa, you
randomize
might
that.
be
I
able
don't
to.
think you can do that.
You
I
can.
don't-
I
Maybe
mean,
they
it
could
could
make it into
be.
a card game. Like I
Yeah,
can
like
imagine
card
if you
game.
made a deck of like 100 cards and then you just randomly lay them out, and no, because the numbers.
You draw a card.
The numbers wouldn't add up. No, because the whole numbers thing. I don't know if you know this about Minesweeper. I'm gonna drop some knowledge.
No, I know. I'm good.
Oh,
Just drop your
No,
knowledge.
I'm also
Drop your
good
knowledge,
at
jigsaw
Minesweeper.
puzzle hater.
the whole number. Like when you click on the button and it goes, whoosh,
Yeah.
and you get numbers.
Yeah.
That's how many mines are touching that square.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to know that, or the internet's filled with retards.
Well, I mean, that game came
we
out
not
during
allowed to use that
you can use it because it's mainly boomers.
Just check. You're dumb,
Yeah.
dummies.
I bet you made other poor decisions in 2024.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, if you didn't know that. But back to board games. Yeah, first off, friends. 'Cause
Okay.
That makes successful board game nights, so you have people
I'm
to
out.
play with. A lot of times, yes, we would have a game that was, I don't know if you want to call it the main event, but it was often
Agreed upon.
a new game that was like, oh, this is the new game that I just got, we should play it.
Okay.
But then we have our staples that we bust out and played, like Catan, we'd open up with a game of Catan. We had a few other, like, Munchkin and stuff that we'd break in.
Sure.
And then, yeah, we'd close out with the new game. And if it was fun, play another round. But we didn't really plan out the entire night of, like, this is the game we're starting with, yada, yada, yada.
Sure.
We even had a big whiteboard that tracked who won which games. So we had breaking
This sounded
rights.
very elaborate.
Well, it was very official.
Okay. And what happened?
Nick died.
Okay. Would you go to a board game night, or is he a nerd?
I'm not
And
going there.
but he will go to a board game night.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, whoa, so
I
I'm
would
sitting
go-
at the cool table now.
He's not getting the content creator badge next year.
You don't care. You're too cool for that, too.
They'll still
So
give
I
it to
was
him.
too cool for that.
That's fine. I'm just getting your opinion. Does a board game night interest you as a part of the youths that grew up with video games? Like you're like
Yeah,
fourth generation video games.
Fun video games, not video games, board games. I would come like Uno, Connect Four. They had all of that. Some modern, maybe some old.
Modern?
Some old
Oh.
too.
I'm just checking, because like Connect 4 was
Like
in
a
like the
bunch?
20s.
A bunch of games are really fun. So I would go.
Depending on the game. He's very dependent on the game.
That's fair.
There's certain games I like. Not all games I'm just gonna like.
Okay, so we'll get to the next topic on that one. What do you think of board game nights, and are you offended that he didn't invite you?
Well, I am offended.
Okay.
Good. It's a private party, black tie event only.
But do you think that you need to have like a certain list of games pre-planned, maybe snacks, certain people that you wouldn't invite versus people you would invite?
Actually, that is we don't have a list of who we do invite. It's a list of just who we don't.
Because I'm just an asshole about board games.
Well, I don't really matter the board games. They're interesting overall. I especially like ones if they have like customized pieces that actually
Sure.
look like what you're playing as.
Okay. So to piggyback off that, we'll just roll right into the next protocol. What is your favorite type of tabletop game? Whether it be card games that are strategy-based, role-playing games that have nothing but just like D&D in it, for example, or even maybe just to this point, Hasbro.
I like role-playing games.
Sure.
Like I used to do Dungeons and Dragons at my school,
Mm-hmm.
and then stuff happened.
No, that's fair. We have shitty DMs. That's why we usually fall out.
Hope there wasn't broom.
It's not that I had a shitty DM. It was just like people were kind of just stupid.
That's fair.
We have that.
Our DM happens to be fit that qualification too. He got too drunk as we played.
And lost track
Just
of what
wasn't remembering shit. How about you? What's your favorite? Like, I know you went to the classics: Uno, Connect Four, Shoots and Ladders, Candyland. I'm in the same vein as you. Is there another genre that would interest you, like strategic games, like card games? You saw some of it today at PAX Unplugged. You liked the Invincible one, which was kind of unique. Can't remember.
Card games, guys, I know it's not really a genre, but if you think about it, what is it called? Driving and what is it called?
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I would want to learn how to play that.
Like the role-playing game?
Yeah.
Or you're talking about Magic the Gathering, that is the card game?
Dungeons.
Okay. Dungeons and Dragons is fun if you have a lot of creativity and patience to deal with battling. I only have half of that. Frank, what's your favorite kind of genre of tabletop?
Not Dungeons and Dragons.
That's
I
fair.
actively dislike it. I don't want to say hate it, because I'll do it. I'll play. I have done it for you guys.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Even though you don't come to my board game night, but I come to yours.
I came to the same amount of board game nights as you did DMs.
I like. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
valid.
I think
Well,
it's two for two.
Oh, it is two. I thought you came to one. Okay. Anyway, I just don't like the Dungeons and Dragons. Just too open for me. I don't, or maybe I've complained to people about it, and their response is always, "You need a better DM." So that could track, and maybe I could like Dungeons and Dragons if we had a.
I think that's a very easy answer to default to.
Yeah.
Because you can just blame the DM for being shitty.
Yeah.
We've gone through 5.
And they've all been shitty.
I was one of them, so yes.
You were shitty too.
Yeah. Well, I would not let them battle because I don't like fucking battling.
Oh well, yeah, I could see.
I don't want to sit there and fucking
Track
count
the
out your
numbers.
numbers and all that bullshit. I want you to fucking create, and then they're just not creative, so it just kind of
falls apart.
falls apart.
Yeah, but otherwise, I'm an equal opportunity lover of most board games. Like as long as there's a set standard of rules that you can follow and you know what you're supposed to be able to do, and yeah, strategically wise, like they all have a good place.
That's fair. So each year I've gone to PAX Unplugged. This is my 5th year there. First year as a content creator. Actually, second year, because now we're getting back into content creating. We were there the first year as a content creator. This is Talking PAX Unplugged. I might actually call this episode PAX Unplugged. We'll put it in parentheses. We'll see. You'll know, because it's uploaded. Each year, one game sticks out for me. The first year we went, it was a blockbuster game, which was a trivia-based game, which then ran into the Rolling Stones one, too, which was the music-based game. That was really cool. One of the years, it was Sonic Roll, a game that actually got me hyped. It did. The way they pitched it to me, I have it over there now, yeah. They weren't actually, they demoed it a bit, but they didn't have the full thing because it was released. It's the first time I've ever pre-ordered a board game. Mind-blowing.
It was crossover, it had Sonic,
yeah.
so I mean,
you hooked me.
It got you in, yeah.
And this year, I would say that Invincible game was pretty interesting. I like the concept of it. I didn't like the price tag. As a guy who's not an adamant board game guy, I can't justify dropping the same price I would drop on a video game.
That's why it was nice when I had a financial backer that did that for me, and then I just got to enjoy the game.
Was there a game that stuck out at this convention to you that, like, hey, this really caught my eye? Or maybe a board game on the horizon that maybe we didn't see that you would like to see there? Generally, just kind of like a board game that you want to go get. We'll start with you, JEX.
I was looking at the board games, but it was mostly just like little advertisements, like the posters they had.
Sure.
And there was like a certain one that had like little woodland creatures.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot. Like, the cool thing about this event is they sit there and they demo this stuff out, and they had the patience to deal with Doug, which you saw in the Doug Deciphers clip before this, to teach him a game, for him just to go, nope, I make the rules, I win. So it's interesting to go to this event and actually get to sit down with these creators. One day is definitely not enough, because they have expanded to the point where there's a lot more booths, which thank you for the Content Creator Pass. Sorry that I'm not a great content creator. Was there a game that stuck out for you when it came to PAX Unplugged? Was it the Invincible game?
It wasn't the Invincible game, but it was the Mystery Mission.
Okay.
I think. Besides Doug doing all crazy stuff,
Doug dugging it up.
It was pretty fun to see because one part of it, you get your own character and you only get a certain amount of moves each turn, I think.
Sure.
So if the monster gets you, I think the other person gets a point. If not, you get a point. So
okay.
It's pretty cool.
I tried to follow it, but then again, like you said, Doug dugged. And I didn't catch most of it. And bless that guy who gave the demo, because to deal with Doug is a whole task in and of itself. He kept a good sales pitch face on. Frank, anything stick out to you at PAX Unplugged?
Yeah, no, not really. Kind of, sort of. But I was kind of just enjoying the views, scenery, taking it all in. Because there's a lot of lines everywhere, and I just wasn't going to wait in line to learn how to play with these video games. So I didn't get as into it as I probably should have for being the guy that likes board games.
Sure.
But I also figured there didn't seem to be a lot of sales going on, and they're all expensive, and it's like, well, I'll just look up before I buy anything, then I'm researching it. So I kind of disconnected, which is very bad for this panel and your content.
Well, the only other thing that caught my eye, and it's more in the card game alley, and it's not. When I look at card games, I like to collect. I'm a collector when it comes to that stuff. Pokemon, I know you can battle them. I'm a Pokemon collector. I've Dragon Ball Z's card game run. I collect them. And then I had an old Star Wars game. There was a new Star Wars game there that looked interesting. I wanted to collect it because of the artwork. And then Disney Lorcana.
I saw the signs for that. I saw the banner. I don't think I paid attention to the
My
booths.
friend collects
I tried to track that, and it dropped under the radar for me to the point now where
You're behind?
I'm behind, and I don't want to get into this collection thing and be 2 sets behind. Yeah. It's why I kind of fell out of Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon's getting ridiculous with how often they release sets. So that's a whole different.
Every 2 months or some shit like that.
Yeah.
For those card games, Lorcana being one of them, to me, card games seem to be blowing up a lot more because any IP now has a card game. Is there any IP that you would like to see have a card game or like to invest in a card game? We'll start with you on this one, Junior. Yeah.
Until he sees it.
Until he sees it. Dang. He got interested in Disney.
Connect 4 card battling system in.
I got the red token and I got the black token. Collection complete.
But you didn't get the frame yet.
You didn't get the frame. That's a rare hollow. Any card games sticking out to you? I know you follow with Magic the Gathering and anything like that.
Well, something that I'm interested to see is like maybe like a Lego card game.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Lego, like different
If
Lego franchises. Like,
Funko can do it, why can't Lego?
yeah, like Lego Ninjago, Lego Movie. That the Lego franchise has just been like pushing out of existence ever since the second film came out for some reason. Like, I bought Lego Bros because I thought it would have my favorite character in it, but it turns out, oh no, because he's from the second film, he's been pushed out of existence. He fights. He's like one of the characters that should be in there.
Yeah. I would honestly think, because Funko has fucking ran with this, Funko is just legit only other IPs. Just done in a little plastic thing. And they have video games, card games, pop figures.
They have video games?
Yeah, they just released a new one. It was kind of like Lego Dimensions. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, vaguely.
It's their version of it, in a way. You don't get cool little figures or a cool platform to put them on to activate them, but you get the DLCs.
Is your character at least one of those big-headed monsters?
Yeah, but from like the Back to the Future franchise or from like the Simpsons franchise, things like that.
Yeah.
Wherever they get the IPs. Any card games? I know you used to collect Pokemon and battle Pokemon a little bit.
I'm a stickler for just what I get into, because like you said, trying to get into some collecting is ridiculous. And with Pokemon always releasing new shit, that it's like, oh, I could stay in this forever. Until you realize, like, it's coming out faster than I'm putting money into this, and I'm a working adult.
Yes.
Like, I remember at least being a kid, when we had the 3 sets to begin with,
Yeah.
like, you had time. It felt, maybe it's just because youth.
Yeah.
Like, I know I didn't have the money I do now, and I was able to get a substantial collection. Now, if you want to get anywhere near half the card, you're buying, like, the $90 boxes and flipping packs. Like, no. So I've kind of fallen off the card game thing because of the investment in it.
Yep.
And still sitting on my Pokemon cards that were supposed to be worth millions of dollars, and it hasn't happened yet. So
I got the original set, like all of them nicely put in a binder. I got the Fossil deck that came after, and then the Team Rocket deck that came after, and then that's when they started getting like...
You have the completes of all that? Well, you might be worth some money then.
Completed the first one. I don't think I have the complete of the Fossil.
Okay.
But yeah, it got ridiculous to the point. The mobile card game is fucking terrible.
And now, actually, because like a few years ago, back when Nick was still with me, we got into it. We started battling again, and then we were talking about it, and we got into the new sets at the time. So this was probably circa 18 maybe?
About that, 17, maybe. 18, yeah.
It was before the world ended.
Yeah.
So we started buying new packs so we could get caught up. And then, like, as we're buying them, they're releasing new sets, and we're like, well, hold up. And
different rules come with each set. Like, you can't bring certain ones into certain battles, right?
Yeah, if you're playing actual, like, tournament style, yes. It's only X amount of sets are still active in elite tournaments. I mean, if you're just BSing at home, you can play with whatever, but the way the cards are set up, the new ones are OP compared to the old cards.
Sure.
So, your Charizard's going to struggle going against a Tangle Growth now.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't think so, because weakness.
Fire beats grass.
Yeah. But,
they legalized weed. That's why it's okay now.
That tracks. Maybe there's weed trading cards, too. So, yeah, it's hard to keep up with, but I was more of the battle aspect of it than the collecting. So, that'd be the rarest card of them all, and he'd probably buy it from you.
No, the Snoop Dogg Martha Stewart combo. Yeah. That's pretty baked goods. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us on this week's edition of the Protocol, our PAX Unplugged coverage. Hope you enjoyed the entire episode, and look forward to basementprotocolproductions.com for some write-ups on some of the games we played and some of the games that we viewed, probably coming from yours truly. And I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Let's go around the panel and see what everybody's got going on. JEX, anything to plug?
Not really, no.
Junior, anything to plug? Oh, God, favorite kid.
I never tell him to do that.
He's on everything and he doesn't tell anyone.
I tell them, like, I'm here, but I don't tell you what to do with that information.
Who knows if everybody's seen it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the plug.
Oh, that's it. I'm here. Okay. And don't subscribe. Oh.
And flip you.
BasementProtocolProductions.com, Facebook.com/BasementProtocolProductions for all our updates. Hope you're enjoying the weekly protocol. Go back and watch the other ones on airports, Halloween, Thanksgiving, books to film, football, parenting, and now we're here with board games and PAX Unplugged. And then the Game-a-thon is coming in April 2025. Check out the site for that. The GoFundMe is live. Donate today. We've got a PlayStation 5 and Phillies tickets up for the raffle, including some other surprises to come down the pipeline. That's going to do it for us this week on the Weekly Protocol. Remember, Basement Dwellers, stick to the protocol, and we'll see you next week to talk Christmas.